Welcome back to this next tutorial. In this tutorial, what we're going to be looking at is adjusting this image slightly, as well as adding a vignette and maybe doing some color adjustment. Finally, maybe fixing up any areas that I'm not really too happy with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new layer by clicking the page key on the bottom right. And I'm going to color this layer completely black. Now, usually what I do recommend is if you don't want to do it black, I highly recommend that you grab your darkest area in your photo and you color it in that color. Now, all the border on the outside is this kind of beigey color, but I think what's going to happen is black is going to turn out the best. So I'm going to go, I can never remember the buttons if it's Control or Command, so I'm going to go, in this case it's Alt backspace to completely color in my layer black. Now please remember that you need to be clicked on the layer that you want to be coloring in. Then I'm going to go over to my marquee tool and I'm just going to select the rectangular marquee tool and draw a rectangle on the inside, making sure that I've got my black layer selected. I'm going to right click on anywhere in the canvas and I'm going to click on feather. Now I'm going to increase the feather to 150 pixels and hit enter. From here, I'm going to click delete once, delete the second time, and delete the third time. From there, I'm going to right click and select deselect. While my layer is still selected, I'm going to go to my color modes here and I'm going to drop down and click multiply. If I'm not happy with that, I can always go through and have a play with the different color modes. In this case, I might go with something like overlay and I might duplicate this layer by dragging it over to my page curl and duplicating it. If I feel that this is too dark, what I can do is grab this number, the opacity, and bring this down to maybe something like a 30%. If I'm still not happy with it, I can always get rid of the layer by turning the eye on or off, or I can click and drag over to the bin. From here, what I can do is I'm going to do one more thing, which is add maybe a little bit more, desaturate the whole canvas a bit more. Now to do that, what I need to do is click on my half colored in circle and I'm going to select which one do I want to use. Hue and saturation will be the easiest in this case. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to desaturate only to a certain extent. I can choose to desaturate all the way and make it a black and white image, but I'm only going to desaturate a little bit. What I might also do is, please feel free to play with these as much as you like. Some are more useful than others. I highly recommend the gradient map's a really cool one where you can start to add in gradients. For example, this one, and I can always go in and change the color mode as well to multiply or screen, or even go as far as color dodge. And you get some really cool effects just by playing with these color modes. And then I can choose to play with this as well, turning my vignette maybe a little bit down because it's a little bit strong to 30. And I think that's a pretty cool effect right there. Now, since I've got this so small on my screen, what I can do is hold down Control on a PC or Command on a Mac and press the plus button. What you can see is I'm zooming in. Now, once I'm happy with this, what I can do is now I'm going to save it out for print. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to save it out for what I find is the best result when it comes to printing. Each printer has their own preferred desired settings, but this is the one that I found generally works the best. So I hope you liked my tutorial. I hope it helped in some way, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one where I show you how to save out for print. See you soon.